Hi, welcome to Rye House for round 3 of the Daytona DMAX Light Heats Championship. The story of this weekend is, can anyone catch Jack O'Neill? He's going to come under pressure from Khan, who's been very consistent in the heats, but also from Max O'Shaughnessy, who's already scored a race win this weekend and is out of place in the championship.
Well, we're going to move on now to our next final, which is the lights. The grid for this one is as follows. Sam Lovelace is on pole position, Jack O'Neill second, Andy O'Neill in third, Cameron Khan in fourth, Max O'Shaughnessy and Fraser Brunton is row 3, Zack Swannell and Cameron Noble is row 4, Dante Dillon and Evrim Gula row 5, Matthew Bees and Boyd Wayne Jr. is row 6, Ollie Manton and Charlotte Manton on row 7, Luke Roberts and Alistair Roy row 8, Stephen Westwood and Josh Adams row 9, and James Barnard on row 10. Some great racing in this class so far today. Sam Lovelace, a heat winner in heat 2. Jack O'Neill took the first one. But here we go then. Ready, eyes on the lights, we're green, we're racing in the final. Into Stadium Corner we go for the first time. Who's going to leave out of it? Looks like Sam Lovelace has retained his lead. Yes, he has. Good start there from the pole sitter. O'Neill trying to go round the outside into hairpin 1. That's very, very brave from Andy O'Neill. And they're all filing through. Max O'Shaughnessy there in 5th place. Look out for him. He won in the Enduros earlier today. But Sam Lovelace, Richard, really good start from pole position. He leads in this early stage.
All day, Sam Lovelace has had buckets full of pace. He's been on it, he's been on pace, he's been challenging and worrying everyone all weekend.
Lovelace on the defensive, though, straight away, as the whole field has got through the first lap exactly how they wanted to. No incidents on that first lap. 2 wide through Stadium. And look at that, the 21 of Jack O'Neill trying to force his way through. And Zack Swannell's getting aggressive as well. They're 3 wide off hairpin 1. And Zack Swannell looks like he's going to get swamped here. Oh, chops across the front of Fraser Brunton. He's going to run a little bit wide. Dante Dillon's still in there as well.
I think
as they come into pylon. Oh, and Dante Dillon throws it up the inside. And it's through. Well, there was a lot of contact there.
I think he's only got himself to blame there. It was a very, very aggressive defence by Dante Dillon. But interestingly, I think there on turn 4, Zack Swannell got left absolutely high and dry by Jack O'Neill. Very aggressive move, giving him no room on the exit. Andy O'Neill's popped up to the front. Yes, so
we've had a change of lead. Both Neils have got past Sam Lovelace on that last lap. So Andy O'Neill to the front, Jack O'Neill second, your championship leader, Sam Lovelace third, Max O'Shaughnessy now up to 4th.
What kind of race tactics do the O'Neills deploy now? This has got to be plan A. Get to the front and stay there. Does Jack give Andy a bit of room, or do they disappear off together?
Well, we'll see in the next couple of laps. But still the O'Neills out in front. Lovelace just starting to edge away from Max O'Shaughnessy. Max O'Shaughnessy now under attack from Evrim Gula. Goes defensive into hairpin 1. Zack Swannell trying to go round the outside, and there's contact there with Evrim Gula. And through goes Cameron Noble.
He came on the track, Gula, very aggressively then, and he put his hands straight up. He knows he was clumsy coming back on track.
Yeah, I think it was a case of Evrim Gula simply did not know that Zack Swannell was there trying to go around the outside.
We've not seen Max O'Shaughnessy defending at all today, so this is going to be something to behold. How well can he do when the tables are turned on him? Very
early cross over the circuit from Max O'Shaughnessy. He needed to do that to make sure Evrim Gula didn't get the line underneath into Stadium. You're right, Richard. I've never seen Max O'Shaughnessy this season having to defend like this. Going defensive again into hairpin 1. Looks like Swannell's got back past Cameron Noble.
This is all benefiting Sam Lovelace, though, because it's taken all the pressure off from behind him. Even though he's been scruffy on turn 3, he's got away with it. He's still leading from that pack.
Gula and Swannell trying to go round the outside through pylon corner. Sideward contact there again with Zack Swannell. That's going to mean that Cameron Noble squeezes through. Dante Dillon's there as well in the red and white suit.
I hope Swannell doesn't get penalised there. I think he left a lot of room. But he ended up just getting contacted by, an understeering car on his inside.
No weaving warning as well for Max O'Shaughnessy. I imagine that was down the pit straight on the last lap.
They've been very
again,
harsh on the weaving. Obviously, those of us who watch the big cars on the telly get used to people being allowed to change their line once to defend and then go back out to the racing line. But Max has been quite aggressive on shutting the door, especially on this home straight.
He's got Zack Swannell to deal with now in this battle over 4th place. The O'Neills, though, working very well again together.
Oh my goodness, they've got a secret symbol. The second O'Neill has got his arm up in a shark fin. I am dying to know what that means. Max must know this track well because he's barely looked forward at all in this final, yet he's still stayed on the track.
Move being done in the background as well through pylon. Charlotte Manton fighting with, I think that's Cameron Khan. Yes, it is, over 10th place. So Cameron Khan just hasn't quite hooked things up today at Rye House. O'Shaughnessy goes defensive again then. This is the battle out on circuit. Jack O'Neill has just set the fastest lap of the race. He's closing in on Andy O'Neill.
So Jack O'Neill, last time they were in this position in the endurance race, they started dicing in the last few laps, and I think it was Jack who came
Look
off
at this,
better.
Dante Dillon down the inside. My goodness me, that was a bold move down the inside of Evram Gula. And in the end, somehow, they're all still pointing in the right direction in the same order.
They're getting frustrated in that pack behind Max Shaughnessy, aren't they?
They are indeed. But the O'Neills together now, and again the shark fin. I think he's coming like Jaws would have got them. Meanwhile, back straight, Max O'Shaughnessy is under attack from Zack Swannell. Zack Swannell's trying to go around the outside. He's on the inside for pylon, and I think he's finally got through. Great move there by Zack Swannell, and it looks like Evram Gula is going to follow him as well. O'Shaughnessy runs wide.
Very wide.
And over start finish, Cameron Noble's now up the inside as well. Dante Dillon, they're all ganging up on Max O'Shaughnessy here.
He's ended up losing 4 places in about 4 corners.
Now Cameron Khan's going to have a look at him. Down into hairpin 1. This is a fantastic lights final.
Jack O'Neill is all over the back end now of Andy O'Neill. I think he's got the pace. So whenever they do a different symbol, perhaps a Flappy Bird symbol, that will mean that they're ready to start competing for this race win. Andy O'Neill looking over his shoulder to see what Jack's doing.
Zack Swannell still defending. In fact, he's lost the position. Evram Gula is through and into 4th place. Side by side through hairpin 1 they go. And Zack Swannell closes the door on Evram Gula as they exit hairpin 1.
Zack Swannell has been thick in the action in this race.
And just behind them, Cameron Khan is battling with Dante Dillon. He's already got past Cameron Noble. This is great racing between the lights.
Dillon has got to be one of the most...
Contact between the two Camerons there. That's good for Dante Dillon because it's going to let him just get a little bit out ahead. Charlotte Manton's still in there. Max O'Shaughnessy's in there. I think Fraser Brunton and Matthew Bees are in there. This is all going on here. This is all on the outskirts of the top 10.
Well, I'll keep my eye on these top 2 because Jack O'Neill isn't giving Andy O'Neill an inch through any corner.
Oh, and a bit of pod-to-pod action there between Brunton and Bees in hairpin 1. Brunton comes off the better. Boyd Wayne Jr. is now getting involved with Luke Roberts. This is crazy. This is frenetic stuff.
Jack O'Neill's
the lights final.
Jack O'Neill's got the much better run down the home straight as they go out through 2 and into 3. He's right on the back of him. He looks like there could be a move coming if that is the plan, but he's happy to tuck in for turn 4.
That's a problem. Cameron Khan is out. Cameron Khan, the leaders have just gone past him. Cameron Khan has a problem. He was running up high in the top 10, and unfortunately for Cameron Khan, he is out of the race.
So that means that they've only got those 2 corners up there to make a move. Once we get past the 2 hairpins, it's yellow flags. So this is the final chance for the lead to change.
Final lap coming.
It's not close enough. He showed him it, but has he compromised his exit by making that half move? I think he has.
A little look there through hairpin 2. He's got one more chance.
He hasn't. There's yellow flags out in that corner.
No, that's it. That's going to be the end of it. Unless they have a move into the last corner. But it looks like Andy O'Neill is going to hold on to this. Past the stricken cart of Cameron Khan. Round the final corner. What a display from these two. What a win. Andy O'Neill wins it. In fact, yes, he does. I thought for a moment he was going to let Jack through. But no. Andy O'Neill takes it. Jack O'Neill takes 2nd place and some great points for his championship. 3rd place is going to be Sam Lowndes. 4th place for Zack Swannell. 5th place, a great day for Evrim Gula. 6th place will be Dante Dillon. 7th for Cameron Noble. 8th place will be Charlotte Manton. 9th for Max O'Shaughnessy. 10th for Matthew Bees. 11th for Boyd Wayne Jr. 12th for Ollie Manton. 13th Luke Roberts. 14th Stephen Westwood. 15th Josh Adams. 16th James Barnard. 17th Alistair Roy. 18th Fraser Brunton. And 19th, I believe, was James Barnard. What a race.
I honestly thought Andy O'Neill had celebrated too early down that pit straight and he was going to get a cheeky pip from Jack. So we're here talking to the top 3 of the Lights Heats final, and we're talking to the hatless Sam Lovelace. Sam, it's been a fantastic day for you. You've gained in every single heat, just the final that you lost places.
Yeah, certainly it's just disappointing when you start on pole and you go backwards, but ultimately I'm very pleased with the points I've collected today.
But every time we've seen you on track, you've had bags and bags of pace and you've been right in the mix attacking people. You've got to be pleased with that.
Of course, Spanners. I mean, today has been a fantastic day for my championship. I think it's really kicked it off here. Yeah, really pleased with my pace as well. And I deserve to be there on pace as well. I've not been lucky.
So round 4 though, you're going to try and qualify higher.
We'll see. P0, I think.
Go for it. You've been fantastic value. Thank you very much, Sam. I'm going to speak to the dream team, though, of this category. You've been acting as a pair, so I'll interview you as a pair. Who's the mastermind? Who's the tactical genius?
I'll go for myself.
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
Yeah.
He can do all talk.
He's the one who just sort of launched it every corner.
But Jack, you came in second in that final. When you were behind him, you're clearly working together to get some pace going. What's this? What's this shark fin symbol behind?
That was a shark. You've seen Jaws, haven't you? Jaws is coming. I was doing the old music in the crash show and all, so it was just hunting him down. But it's hard because he's not looking round, and Dad's on the radio saying he's not really closing you in.
So we thought that was teamwork. You were genuinely intimidating your brother.
No, actually Andrew drove a brilliant race. That was me giving it everything. I was counting down to see how long to go, and just didn't have an opportunity to make some form of lunge. Made no mistakes as well. So yeah, he was very, very impressive today.
Thank you very much, Jack. Andy, was that a bit of a surprise to hear such a compliment from your brother?
No, not really. I do it to him all the time. So, yeah, there was no team orders there. I mean, I was absolutely on it the whole time. I had Dad on the radio saying, he's catching you. It wasn't until he caught me where I suddenly gained a couple of tenths. All of a sudden, it sort of kept him behind. I think the only real opportunity he had was at the hairpin on the last lap, but he was just a bit too far back. So, no, great result. Yeah, really happy with a win. Not bad considering the last round obviously had a bit of an incident with a couple of drivers, and obviously some people said I couldn't drive, I'm a melt, but I'm happy to win today.
But you two do have a very similar driving style. You follow each other very closely, obviously know each other very well. Who comes out on top most often?
The nice thing about this year,
it's been Jack.
yeah, the nice thing this year about racing in DMAX is it's the first opportunity that me and Andrew going head to head in a championship competition. It's always been team-based events, so you know this is the unknown in some respects. So you know I've had a good, solid first few rounds. Andrew's been fairly unlucky, but today he just proved that when it goes his way, he's right at the sharp end of the grid. So it'll be a real interesting season. I think we're now first and second in the championship as well. So it's going to be, yeah, a mighty championship.
You've given us some great entertainment. Thank you very much to Andy and Jack O'Neill. Let's get lead commentator in. Andrew, the Lights Championship's been very competitive. I don't quite believe them when they say they're hammer and tongs against each other. I think they've given themselves an advantage against the rest of the field.
Well, they're lightweight, so they're a bit mad, aren't they? So no, Lights have been really good today. I was just having a look at the results. Top 12 covered by 15 seconds thereabouts. That's less than a second per lap in that final. This championship's wide open because I think there's a couple of drivers further down the order who, if they get a bit of a run going, could challenge the O'Neills for championship honours. So that's going to be really intriguing as we go through the rest of the season. Can Jack and Andy carry it on? Can Sam carry it on? It's going to be a very, very intriguing middle part of this season, especially going to a new circuit next.
But all the way through the order, these Lights have been very, very punchy. harsh, robust defences, lots of attacking.
Absolutely, and you see that. I mean, you've got a lot of young drivers here really developing their skills and wanting to prove themselves as the best, which is just absolutely, that's what this championship's about. Turning up, equal machinery, and proving that you're the best driver in your class. So, love the lightweights today. They're always putting on a good show, and hopefully more of it to come through the season.
That's really whet my appetite for round 4. Why don't you get involved by going to DaytonaDMAX.co.uk. Thanks, guys.